Hello. How is the sound? Is it okay? Hi, Angela, Wendy, Cynthia. Nice to see you all. Carolyn, Danny, welcome. Great to be here with you on this cloudy morning in Mexico. And FYI, I am in the middle of, somebody just messaged me, they have an opening for this massage later today, and so I'm having to take care of that right now, so that never happens. And this massage therapist is a native Mexican who does like shamanic massage something, and they only bring him here a few times a year, and he was booked, but now he had a cancellation, so I'm just gonna have to take care of that. So, because a massage today would be amazing. Good morning, Gina. Patricia. You can't connect. Can you explain more? Let me do this with my phone. Okay. Because, yeah, now that they are available, it would be perfect. So, really happy to see so many familiar faces, people near and dear to me, and new people as well. Yeah. You know, I live a lot of time in Bali and Thailand, and especially in Bali, there's so many spiritual healers and things, and so many, you know, native Balinese medicine and magic and therapies, and we have that here too. It's different, but yeah, it's also here. So great. Hi, Bev. Welcome. Rose, welcome. Patricia. So I just white saged myself before our session as well. So let's come together in this beautiful sacred space. It has not rained here in 5 months because we've been in dry season, and this is the beginning of rainy season, although it will get dry again for another month or so. It changes the energy, you know, so much. And of course, everybody's talking about the rain, and Michael Singer would say, why even talk about something you have no control over? And yeah, I mean, when people talk about the weather, I just have this awareness that like humans have been talking about the weather for the entirety of our existence, and the weather was a very important thing in our lives, in our survival before we had modern life. So it makes sense that we still have it hardwired within us, like, oh, it's raining, it's sunny, you know. Although thankfully we're not at the mercy of weather. I mean, yes, in extreme cases, but not in the ways that we used to be. You know, it was survival. You know, the crops could die. Houses could get swept away, you know. So, you know, I always have that perspective. And here, as you can see, it's cloudy. And yeah, it's cool. And it brings a different energy. And so just getting to be with, appreciate the cleansing of the rain. I mean, and when it rains here, it's like thunderstorms. So the past 2 or 3 days, there's been relentless downpours. Last night, my window was accidentally open for like 20 minutes when I was in the shower, and then my floor was covered in water. So this is a place I haven't lived in the rain, so now I know, keep my windows closed. Hello, Nancy, welcome. So if you're new to me, say hello if you would like. I'm Natalie, spiritual life coach and Reiki Master Teacher and fellow human being. We're all humaning here. And yeah, we're all doing our best. And our when we can come to peace with our humanness, that's our strength. You know, it's okay. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to feel. It's okay to celebrate. It's okay to play. It's okay to cry. And if you grew up in a dysfunctional upbringing, like most of us have, that's not that's not in our makeup and our wiring. So we get to create and be that safe space for ourselves now. Good morning, Marcy. Welcome. So this is my longest running live stream. We will be doing cards to support spirit messages that want to come through. And yeah. Then we will end with Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. So let me see what this is saying here. Okay. I'm going to just leave this here. The mind gets very addicted to phones and screens and technology and having an open loop, which is fine. So the way the format of this session works is like already, you know, there's energies here, there's messages here coming. They may change, they may deepen, and the cards will guide us, and the messages will come through as they're meant to. And this is collective, so if you're joining, this is for you. I am double live streaming on YouTube right now. So here, hold on. Okay. Interesting. Let me just text. I so apologize, and I thank you for your understanding. Okay. Now all of a sudden, there's grasping and clinging. The part of me is like, oh my God, I want an amazing shamanic massage. Because he said he wouldn't be back till July. So, wait. Now he's speaking Espanol. Okay, I might have to just let that sit till the end because now I don't know what they're talking about. So, thank you, Carolyn. Hi, Drazel. Shalom. You also have rain. CB. Well, I don't really know about this specific person. There's this whole list of things that they do. So, a massage with energy work. Thank you, Cynthia. So, if it's meant to be, then I've been very clear and it will be there in an hour when we finish. And if it's not meant to be, then I can relax and release. So here is the humaning that, you know, in real time, right? And it's like we just get to be amused. Let me make sure my ringer is off. Okay. You know, it's okay. Buenos dias. I love where I live with the birds and the nature. I mean, I live in nature. I'm so grateful. For 1 year, I lived in Seoul, South Korea. Seoul is one of the biggest cities in the world. And, you know, I lived in it. And, yeah, my take is humans are not meant to live that way. We can adapt, and it was not for me. So I have created, you know, living in nature, near nature. And now, you know, living here in Mexico, I don't have a motorbike. I'm just walking everywhere, and I'm in this little village with cobbled streets, and I really have not left a 2-kilometer radius in 5 months. Seriously. I think that's totally 100% accurate. Hello, Tolkien. Welcome. So let's see what Michael Singer has to say. If anybody doesn't know who that is, let me know. Yes, I live in Mexico right now. So we just did an amazing Michael Singer live stream 2 days ago. Stay tuned for more of those. Stay tuned for more live streams. Stay tuned for more live streams. Awesome, Britt. I definitely love living in Mexico. Danny, Surrender Experiment. So you're close. This book. Yeah, his amazing memoir. So this is Freeing Yourself, and it says, that which is holding you down can become a powerful force that raises you up. You just have to be willing to take the ascent. That which is holding you down can be a powerful force that raises you up. You just have to be willing to take the ascent. And we talked about those dynamics in the live stream the other day. The recording is on my YouTube channel. About how to work with your energy and relax and release. Hi, Ree. So I'm near Guadalajara. on the biggest lake in Mexico. So let's see, my cards are here. We'll look at Sacred Rebels. I love getting these different languages, right? Like each deck has its own, maybe not language, but dialect, right? There's a little bit of a different flavor of the message. So I love playing with these different energies, seeing the messages coming through, and then pulling them all together and seeing what the overarching message is for the week for everybody here. So, okay, you can't make this shit up, as I always say. Seeing the true you. So that's what the message that was already starting was like, allowing ourselves to be human. And we're here, we are multidimensional beings. We are concentrated in this point of awareness and consciousness right now in this costume that is us and also is not us. You know, when the body dies, we, you know, our soul, our divine infinite essence goes back to source. And so having that balance of knowing that, and also we're in a very human experience. We don't remember, you know, most of us, some of us have the gift, you know, of like remembering where we were before and where we're going after when we're not here. And we don't remember for a reason, you know. So seeing the true you, you know, I'm thinking about even just looking at this image of, you know, this figure looking in the water as if it's a mirror. So let's see what the guidebook says. Hello, Susie. Number 29. So I'm just going to pick out some messages here. This oracle has come to you because you've been putting rather too much faith in the reflections others have of you, to the point that you might not be honoring all that you are and all that you're becoming because you believe too little of yourself. Does anybody relate to that? You know, what that reminds me of is codependency. Codependency is when we experience ourselves through another person. Carolyn, me too. So it's saying you've been putting too much faith in the reflections others have of you, that you might not be honoring all that you are and all that you're becoming because you believe too little of yourself. And in the codependent dynamic, it's like we don't know who we are unless we're experiencing ourselves through the filter of other people. That resonates with many of you. You know, and my job as a spiritual life coach is to be a clear mirror for whoever I'm sitting with. And that's what this is saying too, of like, there may be those around you that are able to reflect you more faithfully and help you see more of your own greatness and beauty. So that's my job. You know, and some people don't, and that's okay. Great question, Bev. How would you answer that? Do you ever get to see yourself clearly? So it's saying that this card is bringing you a task you are now ready for. You are to begin to develop the art of direct perception, the ability to recognize yourself not only in the eyes of others, but from how you feel about yourself, how you experience yourself, and how you observe yourself with compassion and kindness from within. This is a step towards a radical empowerment that does not require perfection. In order for you to recognize you're lovable and have much to offer, it is empowerment based on the acceptance of all that you are, working with your strengths, tending to your weaknesses, and being loving, encouraging, and nurturing of all you perceive. So this is all about self-acceptance, self-compassion, self-love. This is what I talk about all the time. So, yeah, and I've talked about this recent resource that I've created and sent to my email newsletter recipients and most of my coaching clients, called the End of Self-Gaslighting. And doing that practice of working with yourself, loving yourself, parenting the inner child is how you accept how you are, how that you are, tend to your weaknesses. Yeah. Susie. Great, Carolyn. So, as you continue on this journey, you will not only see your human self, but the eternal within you. This is a breathtaking experience that opens you up to the creative energy that flows abundantly through all of life. It's an experience that takes great preparation, because we must be strong within our own self-love and acceptance to be able to hold acceptance for all of life. You are being nudged into that preparation, for when you have the experience of truly beholding yourself, all judgment, fear, and doubt will fall away, and you will just know yourself to be sacred. Then you will be asked to embrace the deeper journey of sacred rebellion against judgment and fear, and into passionate creativity and unconditional trust in life. This oracle comes with a special message for you. If you're getting confused about who you are and your motives or actions based on what others are saying or how they're responding to you, step back. In your quest to be a responsible person, you may be unintentionally taking on the feelings of others, making their reflections of you more than they are in truth. More often than not, reflections are more about the state of the reflector than what is being reflected. Let those external perceptions go. Just acknowledge yourself and be free. Sacred. Well, the card, look, Sacred Rebels. So the deck is about that. Yeah. So I invite all of you to think about and it's so human. I mean, I started out talking about the weather and how deeply ingrained it is for us as humans. This is also just as deeply ingrained as how important weather has been to the survival of humans. So has being in a tribe and being part of a community also being vital to human survival. So it makes sense why we care about what other people think and their perceptions of us. So on this journey of awakening that we're all on, you're to the point that you're even hearing this message. If it's resonating with you, then you have the ears to hear. And what that means is like you're on a journey of releasing caring about what people's perceptions are of you. And the invitation here is to be so patient and gentle with yourself about that. Because it's like the mind will say, oh, well, now I'm aware I'm a people pleaser and I'm codependent and I'm an enabler. And then it's just like this automatic judgment once we see it. And that doesn't work. So that's what it was saying earlier, you know, accepting all parts of ourself. And that's what I'm saying about the tool that I've shared, the end of self-gaslighting. That is about not making yourself wrong for your feelings. Hi, Sister Sunshine. Welcome. This is a whole set. The cards and the book are together. So send me a message, Beb, and send me your email. I'll add you, and I'll send that resource as well. So there's a healing process, as there is with every card. So if this message is resonating, I invite you to take in what I'm going to speak to you. And if you want, I can send you a link to a page that will have all of this written, so you can, because there's more I didn't read, and these messages are very deep, so you can review it. So send me a private message if you want the link to this. So take a breath in and just pause and take this in. I now break any contract I have ever made with another, consciously or unconsciously, that has given them power over me, power over my sense of self, the authority to approve or reject me or anything about me, including my voice, body, creativity, spirituality, and way of living. Of my own free will, I now choose to directly perceive my own inner beauty and turn within with kindness and compassion to see myself through the eyes of unconditional love. So be it. Breathe. So here is the card for those who didn't see it. Seeing the true you. Hi, Cecilia. Yeah, and you know, this is where the practice is not making yourself wrong for fretting over someone's perception of you and unsolicited advice. That's the first step, because it's innate within that, usually for many of us. And I don't know about you, and I'm just going to make an assumption. I know if it was me, I would then like almost subconsciously make myself wrong, that it bothered me and I shouldn't let them bother me because I know better and I shouldn't care what people think, right? But that doesn't work. We can't shame ourselves into change. Yeah, needing to explain. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Suzanne. So the message you're hearing is for you because it's a collective reading. So if you've come in and this is resonating, it's for you. So anybody else can relate to what Sister Sunshine says about feeling the need to explain why you may be acting differently. Explain yourself. Yeah, that's so common. And there's discernment there. Like there may be a time and a place for that. Yeah. So this deck here is Sacred Rebels. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you went through that, Susie. Mm. And again, like, and I mean, the first message that came out when I started, which was coming from my own human experience, was like, we're all humaning here, and it's okay, you know, however we feel. Great. So let's get some further clarification. And if you haven't already, give me a follow here, and YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Check my website if you want to connect deeper, learn more about me, reach out. I do offer sessions of various kinds. Oh, yeah. Reconnecting with an old friend and you're showing up differently. Yeah. And we are evolving. I talk about this all the time. I mean, we are a collective. We're a collective organism. I mean, the whole, universes and multiverses and all of that. And, we're evolving as individuals. We're evolving as a collective. Yeah, Suzanne. So, it won't allow me to put it in the chat, but it's Natalie M. Speakman, so you can see my name, and it's my name with an M in the middle for my middle initial, Marie. So nataliemspeakman.com. And my profile in here has a link to all my links. If anyone cares to give a donation, you can do so through here or other places. Check out my meditations, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm pulling a Work Your Light oracle as well. Of course, get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So, when this it's a survival trigger happens, right? Like if somebody doesn't like us, or if we set a boundary and then we get blowback on the boundary and we have to uphold it, or like Susie said, what happened at the vet hospital, Cecilia said, the thoughts keeping them up at night, fretting about people and their opinions. We just get stuck in this energy here, and now we're in Gemini season. So very much mind, air. So we get to ground. And even here at the bottom of the deck, warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? So this reminds me of the, King or Queen of Swords in tarot. And that's all about thinking. So it's like cutting through the bullshit, the thoughts that don't serve, not believing them. Oh, new moon also. Do you know when that is exactly, Carolyn, to share with all of us that don't know, like me? Tuesday, and it's a new moon in Gemini. I'm so bad with transit stuff because we're in Gemini season. Okay. So I'm going to get some more clarification from light seers. Are there any other Geminis in the house? Gemini suns or moons or risings? I'm a Gemini sun. My birthday's in a few weeks. Ah, another Gemini sun. Woo woo! I love my chart, and I love being a Gemini. Oh, nice, Drazel. Hello, Elanit. Tolkien, I'm June 12th. Your Nancy, your granddaughter. Ooh, wow, I didn't know that, Carolyn. Wow. Powerful. Oh, nice. Who all, like, is there any May Geminis here? Because, you know, it's different. A May Gemini and a June Gemini, they're just different. Oh, wow. Oh, Bev, your late son. Well, you can know on June 12th, I will think of your late son and send you some extra loving. Hi, Duchess. I didn't know you were a Gemini. Oh, nice, Patricia. Wow, so much Gemini energy here. Nancy, granddaughter, just had their birthday. Awesome. I love astrology. It's so fun. Okay, let's see what we have. That makes sense, Bev, of course. Let yourself cry if you feel comfortable allowing that. Your son-in-law is today. Cool. And your brother, Britt, I didn't know that. And I didn't know Carolyn, June 9th for your daughter. Oh, Rochelle. So was your son due like 5 weeks, like in July or something, but came on May 31st? I was 12 days late. I was due on June 1st. Okay, let's see. Ooh, tower moment coming. So in the context of the messages that are coming through, what I know, those that know tarot are like, oh God, the tower. Yes. Ooh, yeah, great thoughts, Ree, on the day. I'm not schooled enough to know about numerology. Maybe somebody else. I mean, I could take a bad guess, but I'll continue the reading if somebody else knows. Thanks for the donation, Rochelle. So a tower moment means something coming in from the outside and breaking a structure. So this is a lightning bolt, and this is a tree that represents the tower, and it's set it on fire and it's destroying it. So, and this tower card is much less violent than the original. So in the context of the reading, like the tower moment could feel like, oh my God, the boundary I've got to set, or like somebody pushing against the boundary, or oh, you know, whatever the reaction is about people's perceptions and judgments, right? So it might feel very visceral inside of the body. You know, so it could be something about a relationship in your life of any kind where, you know, there's something around a misperception or somebody showing up in a certain way that feels less than loving, you know, that's jarring. Like maybe you might find out about some gossip. You know, somebody said something yesterday in Al-Anon. I go to Al-Anon meetings and the topic was anonymity and all about gossip and, you know, the damage that it causes. So, you know, the message with this card in this reading is that, again, you're gonna have a reaction. You're gonna, whatever these human dynamics are, that your mind might say, but this is petty and I shouldn't be this way, or you might get into arguing mentally with the person, or maybe verbally, right? Of like, and it feels petty, but it feels so deep because if it's hysterical, it's historical. So if it feels like a tower moment inside, although it might not appear that way on the outside, this is the place again where you get to first not make yourself wrong for how you feel. Is the first step. Because what happens is we make ourselves wrong, and then we try and build on that, and it never cleans up the foundation of the energy. Tolkien put up a boundary. Yeah, and hysterical meaning not funny, but like emotions that feel out of proportion to the actual experience. Because it's all from childhood. We know this. Spoiler alert. So it's trapped energy from childhood. It's the wounded child. It's the wounded child who's upset. And if they didn't get the soothing and the loving at the time of the original wound, then that's why it's triggering, because it's wanting to come up to be healed, and it gets hit, you know, or the lightning comes. So yeah, this is a time of rest, y'all. I mean, this card is a card of self-care. I mean, look at her in this cozy bird's nest. So the strong message coming through with this is like, just slow down. Like the other card said, get grounded. Take good care of yourself, sweetie. So look at how cozy. I'm zooming way in on her face. She's happily resting. And look at the little, the nest is actually like holding and hugging her. And then you've got this little heart with a string like connecting around it. Marlowe, your current state. So here's your task if you choose to work with it. Create your nest. You know, I've talked a lot about, or I did in the past, like creating a meditation nest. So yeah, what would that look like for you? I mean, whatever flavors of self-care. But, you know, after this jarring, like for some of you, it might be whatever, your partner or your parent or your boss might have just said that one thing and it just, like it cut. That's great. So again, it's just like, it's okay, sweetie. It makes sense why you feel this way. The bottom of the deck, the Hermit, going within, tuning into your own inner light. So what's cool about this is, so the lightning is it's a bolt of light, right? That's strong and powerful, and it's like, okay, and that's like the opinions of other people or whatever the dynamic is for you, and it's like, no, come in and access and remember your own light. let go even just 2% of the opinions of others, you imagine their perceptions are. Come back home into yourself. And yeah, remember who you are. Remember who you are. That's loud and clear here. And it's interesting, both of these figures are like closed eyes. And kind of holding themselves. Like, you are amazing. You are freaking... The Empress is all the queens of the tarot. The Queen of Wands, Swords, Pentacles, Cups, all in one. The Empress is abundance. The Empress is fertility, as you can see. The Empress is shining. She's a goddess, and whatever that is for you and how you identify with that. And she's of the earth. Like, see, she's even got, like, her hair is like trees or wood and leaves. So this is, again, grounding. Hi, Amelie. This reading is for you. It's a collective reading, so if you found it and you're here at the perfect time. Oh, thanks. That's such a powerful scene, the Mufasa in Lion King, or however you say that. Let's look further at the Empress, because I feel like when this happens, we lose ourselves, right? I mean, until we don't, until we start working with, you know, not losing ourselves, grounding, doing all the self-care. But I feel like that's kind of maybe what's happened. And, you know, somebody mentioned their nervous system, you know, and yeah, I feel like a lot of this is about the nervous system and self-regulation. So I'm going to pull up this Light Seers card. So the affirmation for this is, I give birth to my abundantly rich future. So it's perfect for thinking about, like, coming out of this tower moment, resting, and then looking forward. So great question, Marlo. I would say, you know, I usually have the first card being like past or like going to happen in the very, very near future. And this is a card of present energy, or like what's next. And then this is like future. So I give birth to my abundantly rich future. So it's about looking ahead. It's about creating who you want yourself, who you want to be. So the energies of this card are prolific creativity and creation, fertility, unity, motherhood, sensuality, nurturing, abundance, luxury, empathy, unconditional love, birthing desires and realities, a new family, a new relationship, or a new business. So for those of you that are like grounding into and know what this tower is, if it's already happened or you have a sense of who this might be. Like here this is saying, you know, there's something new and better that is coming in. So it also says, you are love, you are ruler, you are nurturer, you are creativity and the miracle of life entwined. You are all of these things, and you are safe to breathe life into the world that you desire to birth. So this card affirms that you're evolving in the right direction. And then there's some questions. What areas of your life need more nurturing? And what areas of your current situation are asking to be held, mothered, and nurtured? Do you feel unconditional love for the steps you have taken up until now? And what would unconditional self-compassion allow you to birth? And you can finish this sentence, I am ready to give birth to blank. So it's all about, like, you know, the tower is about destruction, crumbling of structures that don't serve anymore. And then it's like, okay, rest, go within, harness your beautiful energy, and then create something. Yeah, this definitely is like a period of incubation, and the Hermit card is similar. Oh my God, the Hermit's at the bottom again. So, and I shuffled a lot to pull the Empress. So, yeah, you're the only one that can take this journey. Nobody can do it for you, and you don't have to do it alone. So, if you want the information from these cards, you can, you know, search Light Seers, Empress, or whatever, or you can ask me in a private message to send you the link, or to the Sacred Rebels. Yeah, very powerful today. So now we'll get into the Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. Congratulations, Drazel. Almost a month. Yeah, I have had to give that up myself, and for me it was very difficult. So yeah. Oop, the sun's just starting to come out. All right. So if you haven't already and you care to, give me a follow, give a donation if you like. Check out my meditations. Check out my website. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So we're about to go into the Reiki, Suzanne, and the way this works is, especially in the group, in a one-on-one session, the dynamics are different. So my intention in Reiki is I'm just a channel for the energy, and, you know, everyone's higher self, if they want to receive the energy, draws it in. And my intention always is for, you know, people to receive whatever is needed for their best and highest good. So you all can have your own intention for what you'd like the Reiki specifically to be for. That's fine. And also be open just to receive in whatever way is perfect for you, because with our limited view, we might think, oh, I want Reiki for this very specific, it could be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, it could be anything. And we don't have all the information of our, you know, multi-dimensionality in this moment, most of us. So it's like, yes, and yes, you can have a specific intention and be open just to receive whatever is for your best and highest good at this moment. And I'll also do some ancestral clearing as well. Okay, just getting settled so y'all can get settled. So just closing the eyes. And just landing in your body where you are right now, here and now. Just releasing everything. And just breathing into the body consciously. And just breathing in that Empress energy or that Four of Swords energy or both. And then just releasing that Tower energy on the exhale. And you don't need to know what that is or what that means, just have that intention. Breathing in. And letting go. And just listen to the beautiful bird song surrounding me, allowing that to move past your ears. You might hear the church bells. And just relax the body 5% more. if your mind starts picking up some topic to play with, it's totally fine. That's what the mind does. Just notice and just release it. And come back to now and center. infinite creator, source of all that is, we love you. Thank you for loving us. We humbly ask that you open, bless, expand, lead, and guide, and direct us into your perfect light, love, and life, and always, completely, now, and forever, please and thank you. For everyone hearing my voice right now, for all of our family members, all of our relationships, all of our ancestors, and all of their relationships, through all relevant time, space, and dimension, for all hurts, wrongs, judgments, and burdens, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, and financial, through thought, word, or deed. Please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us, completely and totally. Please and thank you. Please help us love and bless each other, love and bless ourselves. Be at peace with each other and at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. So be it. So, to bring us out of the meditation, I'm going to play a beautiful song I've played before. So, just take this in. Okay, so if you'd care to come back to open eyes. Thank you all for joining. Don't forget to give me a follow if you'd like, give a donation if this was helpful, and follow me here, YouTube, Facebook, Insta, everywhere. Glad you were back, Cynthia. You're welcome. Carolyn, Sister Sunshine, Suzanne, Bev. Yeah, and if anyone wants the link to that music, let me know. Yeah, it just takes you away, right? Or takes me away. Hi, Wendy. You're welcome. Nancy. Thank you, Drazel, Danny. I will see you all very soon. If you want the card information too, again, send me a message. I'll get the links to you. You're welcome, Rochelle, Kay, Cynthia. Yeah, Kay, just feel free to reach out to me. You're welcome, Susie. Remember who you really are. See the true you. Just practice being 2% more, not perceiving yourself through the filter of others, not experiencing yourself and your emotions through the filter of another person. Hi, J.E. Great. Right, very powerful, beautiful session. I will see you all very soon. Much love. Namaste. Thank you, Gina, and you as well. Happy Sunday, or Saturday, or Monday, wherever you are in the world. Sending loving, Carolyn, thank you. Bye-bye.